Hello friends, welcome once again to the Humble Guitar Abode. And this week we're going to serve up some more reaction videos to all my good friends out there. Today we are going to react to a cover version of the Prince song When Doves Cry. Now this version is done by the band Metallica. Never heard of them. I've never heard of the band Metallica. Do you believe me? Probably not. If you said no, that's probably a good thing, because I would be lying, and we know that lying is bad. So we are going to check out Metallica When the Doves Cry. They're doing a Prince thing. But I am going to tell you guys, Metallica do have a sense of humor. They have a tongue-in-cheek sense of humor, so to speak. And sometimes they like to do, depending on the city they're in, a one-off of a song. So again, I'm not going to keep my expectations too high. I do like Metallica, and yes, I'm one of their older fans that always reminisces about the old days. I'm going to do a separate video of that. When the Black Album celebrated its 30th anniversary back last summer, I actually did a video about that. My YouTube channel is brand spanking new. You can go back in the archives and check it out if you want. But let's go ahead and check this out. Metallica covering When Doves Cry by Prince.
It's okay if you do too, okay? It's all okay.
So that's Robert Trujillo. I guess he's going to be, and him and Kirk Hammett are going to be doing something. An interesting story, many years ago, I actually played in a band with a guy who auditioned for Ozzy at the same time that Robert Trujillo did. And Robert Trujillo got the gig. But anyway, my friend was a phenomenal musician, a little bit of a recluse, kind of like me. And I'd like to get him on the show sometime. If I can, I don't know. All I can do is try, but interesting story when he auditioned for Ozzy. But anyway, moving on. So it looks like Robert Trujillo and Kirk Hammett, the lead guitar player for Metallica, they're going to do something. So again, two-piece band trying to cover a Prince song. Again, these guys have a sense of humor, so let's not take it too literally, okay? Here we go. I'm feeling scared. Are you feeling scared? Well, they're both good musicians and they spent some time on it. Kirk Hammett is a really good guitar player for what he does, and Robert Trujillo is a monster bass player. So I think the big question is if one of the two starts singing. I don't know. Let's just see. Again, we got to understand Metallica have a sense of humor. They're in Minneapolis, so they're wanting to do something nice for the fans. Robert Trujillo, monster bass player. I can never say enough about how good of a bass player he is. I was a fan of him long before he played Metallica, long before he played in Ozzy. He played in a band called Suicidal Tendencies that I was a big fan of when I was younger. They had an amazing guitar player named Rocky George. Who unfortunately, he left the band and Suicidal Tendencies are still going. Rocky George plays in Fishbone now. But he was just an absolutely one of my top 10 favorite guitar players of all time. But anyway, maybe we'll do a video on that some other time. But they're trying. Don't know about Robert Trujillo's vocal ability, but as a bass player, he's a monster. But anyway, guys, they're doing this tongue in cheek, and of course, with all my reaction videos, I try to be as polite as I can. They're Metallica; they can get away with a lot, I guess, right? You know what? Pure balls to do that. Pure balls. Pure balls. Okay. Very interesting. As much as a metal guy I am, not my kind of thing, but I guess they're entertaining the audience. The audience seem to be having a good time, I guess. All right, friends. Okay, so I like a lot of different types of music, but my roots are kind of a metal guy here. Metallica, definitely back in the 80s, I listened to them constantly. I was a huge fan. Into their 90s, but this video isn't about that. They have a sense of humor. If you ever listen to, they have an album called Garage Days. And they did a bunch of cover songs. And at the end of one song, they did a kind of almost out-of-tune version of Run to the Hills from Iron Maiden. They have a sense of humor. So when they're doing it, sometimes we just can't take it too seriously. Like, they probably rehearsed it a few times and went out. And they just wanted to do it in their own way to pay a tribute to the city of Minneapolis. It wasn't my kind of thing. I have respect for both of the musicians. Wasn't my kind of thing. When I hear certain songs, when I started this channel, I wanted to do cover songs, and I have my own original songs too. And I thought, I'm going to wait till I have a bigger following. Back in the beginning of this year, I did a cover video and version of the song "Take On Me" by Aha, and I did it, and I heavied it up a bit for more of a metal version, but not too crazy. And of course, I wrote my own solo and everything to it. There was something about that arrangement for the Aha song that really fit to make it metal. That song, When Doves Cry, it doesn't jump out at me as saying, hey, you can play this heavier and it'll still work. It just wasn't flowing. It wasn't smooth. Again, they're not saying, hey, man, I'm always I try to be polite in my reaction videos, guys. I really do. We have enough negativity in the world, so it wasn't my kind of thing. I would have been in the audience saying, guys, you guys are awesome, but that wouldn't have been my first choice to do a little cover jam thing. Probably not the easiest song to do either, but it just doesn't scream at me, hey, this can work playing it heavier. So it didn't work for me, but I appreciate their effort, and I appreciate the fact that, they're trying to do an homage to Prince in their own way in the city of Minneapolis. It's their way of saying, hey, guys, we appreciate all of you. We're going to do this. And that's that. There's all to say about that. That's all you got to say. Not my thing. I would have said, guys, maybe pick a different tune. But anyway, hats off to them for trying, I guess. Okay? So that's all I got to say about that. Remember, keep the comments and the suggestions coming. I try and get back to all the comments. And remember, practice hard, practice smart. We'll see you soon.